Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a very important and complex topic, the ceasefire deal reached between Israel and Hamas in Gaza. After months of intense conflict, this agreement has brought a temporary halt to the violence, but it raises a lot of questions about what happens next. In this video, we'll break down the key details of the ceasefire, what it means for the people on the ground, and the potential impact on the region moving forward. Let's get into it. In recent months, Gaza has seen some of the heaviest fighting in years, with Israel and Hamas clashing in a devastating conflict that has resulted in thousands of lives lost, both Palestinian and Israeli. The toll has been immense, with widespread destruction across Gaza and fears of further escalation. But now, after intense international pressure and behind-the-scenes diplomacy, Israel and Hamas have reached a ceasefire agreement. This deal came after a flurry of talks led by regional powers and the United Nations, as well as pressure from global leaders to stop the fighting and address the humanitarian crisis. According to sources, the ceasefire was brokered in part by Egypt, Qatar, and the United Nations. The agreement includes halting hostilities for a set period, though the exact terms of the deal remain somewhat unclear, as is often the case in such negotiations. So, what exactly does this ceasefire mean? Well, on the surface, it's a momentary pause in the violence. But there are many layers to this. First, let's break down the key elements. Both Israel and Hamas have agreed to halt military operations, including airstrikes, rocket fire, and ground operations. In return, there's a commitment to increased humanitarian aid to Gaza, which has been severely restricted due to the ongoing conflict. One of the major components of this ceasefire deal is humanitarian access. The situation in Gaza has been dire, with hospitals overwhelmed, food and water supplies running low, and millions of civilians facing immense hardships. This ceasefire is a critical step in allowing aid to reach those who need it most. However, while the ceasefire may bring temporary relief, it doesn't address the root causes of the conflict. Many experts are asking, will this pause in violence hold, or is it just another temporary fix in a long-standing conflict with deep political and territorial disputes? The ceasefire does come with some hope. But the question remains, what happens after the deal expires? Without a long-term peace agreement, the risk of renewed violence is always present. Over the years, ceasefire deals have come and gone, but a lasting peace solution has proven elusive. The fundamental issues surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, such as territorial claims, security concerns, and the status of Jerusalem, remain unresolved. So, while this ceasefire represents a critical moment of calm, we can't ignore the larger challenges that still lie ahead. The hope is that this pause will lead to broader negotiations, with the potential to build a sustainable peace in the future. At the end of the day, it's the people who suffer the most. Both Israelis and Palestinians have lived through years of violence, trauma, and loss. For them, every ceasefire offers a glimmer of hope, but it's often followed by uncertainty. In the coming weeks and months, we'll be watching closely to see how the ceasefire holds up and if it leads to any real progress in the peace process. Until then, the world continues to pray for stability and peace in Gaza and Israel. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more updates. And as always, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think the future holds for Gaza and Israel? We'll see you in the next video.